Hello and welcome back to the ARPSimRapMarket.com National Series. Today we're here for race number 8 around the Rockingham Speedway. So these drivers are ready to tackle on this 1 mile speedway for 123 laps. As these drivers continue to practice. About 3 minutes left in practice before we head into qualifying. We'll go over a few things real quick. We'll go down trackside where we find last week's winner, Ethan Fonseca, and he's looking for a three-peat as he won at Charlotte a few weeks ago, won at Richmond last week. So he's looking to go 3 in a row already to start his season. And he's currently the fastest in practice. If I can find his time here. I cannot, but I can do this. So far, 20 drivers registered for this race. So you see, well, you can't really see his time. We'll go best time with it. Ethan with a 24.10. Right behind him, Gabriel Dahari with a 24.15 or 1.5. Then Duncan Faw, Jared Wilson, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer rounding out your top 5 so far in this practice session. We're wind down to 2 minutes left. Not really much to talk about. Brody Falliker, he's also in this race. He finished second last week and won at Bristol earlier this season. Now, this track is not really considered a short track, but you can make the argument that it is, along with... I'm not going to say it's like Richmond or Phoenix, but it's like those tracks in terms of if they're actually short tracks. Like they call Phoenix a short track, but it's obviously pretty big. I think it's a mile long. If we go back here, the number 13, Billy Targhee, making his first start this season. And he's our only new driver in this race. Every other name you see will most likely be familiar. And take a look at all of your winners. Of course, Ethan winning back-to-back. Gabriel Dahari winning back at Fontana. Brody Falliger winning at Bristol. Michael Walls winning at Gateway. Dylan Bam winning at our only road course so far this season, which next week I believe we head to Road America, so he's probably going to be fast there. And of course, CD Mangrum, who won at Daytona earlier this year. As practice winds down, it's going to be Ethan Fonseca topping the charts. So he's already looking for that 3P early. But he still has to qualify and complete 123 laps. As I think we rode on board with Ethan last week, so we'll ride on board with... We'll just do the first driver that comes out to qualify for the first lap, and it's going to be Dylan Bam in that number 2. So we'll see how he makes his way through this 1 mile racetrack. Very steep bakings. So to turn 2, down the back straightaway, you will get very loose off these corners, and then you'll get very tight on the long run. So it's going to be definitely an interesting race for these drivers, but Dylan Bam's going to come to complete his first lap. Since he was the first one out, he's going to top the charts. And now on lap number 2, he'll come around, we'll see if he improves. And he does not. So at 24:10, you got to beat. See if anyone else can do that. And they do. Rivers Jones, Dylan Bam. Up to the top. Actually, no, Dylan Bam was already there. They tied. Actually, but it's going to put Rivers Jones in pole position. And Ethan absolutely just smokes both of them. He takes the top of the charts. And that was only his first lap. We'll see if he can go faster on his second one here. Bit up the racetrack. Bit loose out of turn 4. Don't think it's going to be faster, but looks like he's going to have pole position locked up with a 24:01. Zach Saunders on his first lap, spinning out of turn number 4. He's going to cross the line. So that's probably going to ruin his qualifying lap. Falliger up to 8th now on his second lap. So 16 out of our 20 drivers set a qualifying lap there. Billy Targi, Cameron Lopez, Zach Saunders, and Nicholas Bingham have yet to qualify, which, by the way, Nicholas Bingham, this is also his first start this season. And possibly in the league. I don't know if he's made a start ever in this league. Same for Billy Targi. You see Ethan just making his practice laps while he waits for everyone to click ready to race or go out there and qualify. We still have 2 minutes left. So still a minute to kill as we just watch Ethan go around this mile-long racetrack. As people are trying to learn how to hit ready to go. So while we wait, I guess we'll do a little sponsorship message. We'll take a look at the series sponsors, simratmarket.com. A huge thanks to them for sponsoring this whole series. And go check them out. Of course, I mean, it's easy to find their names. It's plastered on top of the leaderboard, simratmarket.com. Of course, simmarket.com is iRacing's largest marketplace for sim racers. As qualifying is over, so we'll look at the starting grid now. Let me just fix it here. And here we go. So it's going to be Ethan Fonseca getting the pole once again. Right beside him, Rivers Jones. Row number 2, Dylan Bam with Luke Allen. Row number 3, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer with Brody Falliker. With Jared Wilson, my bad, I looked at the wrong name. Row number 4, C.D. Mangrum, and then there's Brody Falliker. And then rounding out your top 10, Duncan Fall with Gabe Gazzola. Row number 6, Gabriel Dehari with Ty Higginbotham. Row number 7, Michael Walls with Dylan Robb. Row number 8, AJ Knickel and Donald Stern. Row number 9, Zach Saunders with Cameron Lopez. And rounding out your field, Billy Targi and Nicholas Bingham. So these drivers are ready to get underway. Ethan, the last car to grid up there. As since this is a smaller racetrack, they will have 2 pace laps to go around. I believe, actually, it looks like the pace car lights are off. So we'll see. I'm pretty sure they go 2 laps around, but I could be wrong. These drivers ready to tackle on 123 laps around the rock here. And we'll see what happens. Can Ethan make it 3 in a row? Can someone else get their first wins? Can someone else get their second win of the season? Anything can happen here at the Rock. That's the pace car. We'll see if he dives down pit road as his lights are off. So I'm pretty sure he'll be coming in. No, yes, he will. So here we go. Entering the Geico restart zone is going to be Ethan Fonseca leading us. And green flags out here at Rockingham. And we already have a yellow flag. It's for the 18 of Gabe Gazzola. He's got some pretty significant damage to that race car, so we'll go back and see what happened. And it was just on the restart, and this is what you got to be careful for. Wheel spin's going to be a big factor here. Here it goes. Looks like... Oh, actually, no, it was a stack up on the outside lane. Gabe got ran into from behind and hit the car in front of him, and then came down, hit Duncan Faw. And around he went, so we'll look again. Slow motion this time. As you see, there's just going to be a stack up with Rivers Jones on that outside lane. Just everyone behind him trying to jump the gun a little bit. Luke Allen, Jared Wilson, Brody Falliker, and then Gabe Gazzola piles into the back of the 42. Higginbotham's going to pile into Gabe Gazzola, and then Gabe down into Duncan Faw and up into the outside wall. So a little bit of a chain reaction there on the restart to cause our first caution. We have a few cars pitting. It's drivers that got into that stack up. As you see, there's the 16 of Dylan Robb. He's got back bumper damage. I think the 88 might have ran into the back of him. Just a big stack up on that restart on the outside lane. That's what caused that. But everyone should still be able to continue. Gabe Gazzola is going to fix his damage. So we'll see how bad it is. He's going out and away, but he's just not going to try to go a lap down here. As 1 to go this time by, the sun is peeking through the clouds now. Wow, this track is bright. So that might change the temperature of this track a little bit. So about to go back green. Like I said, wheel spin's gonna play a factor all day, especially on older tires. So we'll see what happens here as the pace car is gonna peel back down pit road. We're gonna be going back green here. And it's gonna be Ethan Fonseca with Rivers Jones on our front row, and green flags back out here at Rockingham. Looks like so far so clean this time by, as Ethan's going to come around the lead this lap, which will be lap number 5, heading on to 6. And he's already got to have a second lead over Rivers Jones. As back here, they're all fanning out for position, and Gabriel Dahari trying to find his way through the field. As I believe Micah Wallace just got around him. Now here comes Brody Falliker underneath him. Oh, they make contact! There goes Micah and Falliker around. Somehow, no caution, as Falliker's going to hit the inside wall. And now the caution is called. CD Mangrum got a piece of that as well. Go back and take a look at what happened once again. As we saw Brody Falliker, he was making a move underneath the Hari. And somehow got into Michael Wallace. It looks like, yeah, he just sent it way too hard into the corner. And basically turned to 48, and then CD Mangrum nowhere to go. Finishes both of them off. Take a look once again, and you'll see a huge sin by Brody Falliker underneath the Hari, and just misjudges his braking zone. And actually, Luke Allen was kind of checking up. Luke Allen kind of braked a bit earlier in front of the 48. And I don't think anyone was expecting that. And then CD Mangrum, like I said, finishes both of them off. As well, right on board with that number 9. See what he saw. So a few drivers down pit road once again. 2 cautions, not even lap number 10. We actually have a lot of drivers on pit road. 11 stayed out. Everyone else is in. So everyone should be coming out of pit road. Gabe trying to fix a little bit more of his damage. Him, Brody Falliker still on pit road. Now Falliker is coming out. Gabe is still on pit road. We'll see if they're coming to the one to go this time by. Yes, they are. So we'll be restarting coming on. Sorry, my cat just started attacking the back of my chair. We'll be restarting coming on to lap number 11. Still all 20 drivers left in this race. As you see, Gabe looks like he's gotten most of his damage fixed, at least visually. See how his car handles. So here we go. Another restart coming up here. It's still the same front row. Looks like Jurgensmeyer has found his way into 4th. He might have been 4th already. But it's going to be Ethan Fonseca leading us once again with Rivers Jones, who is outside. Pace car down pit road. Got to go restart zone. Green flags back out here at Rockingham. I see Dylan Bam quickly underneath Rivers Jones trying to take that second spot away. Oh, Rivers Jones very loose and into the inside he goes. He's going to keep it down there. I think he might have missed the inside wall. And a nice save by that 91. Going to lose a ton of spots though. He hit the outside wall coming off of turn 2 and was just sideways the whole time. That's Ethan Fonseca already with almost a second lead. Now Dylan Robb into the wall back here. Almost just went around. Still on the wall. But yeah, Ethan Fonseca with the second lead already. Jared Wilson up the third. As there you see Dahari passing Duncan Fa. As Jared Wilson up the third. He's spent a lot of time practicing here. And for the truck series, or for the truck cars, right now I'm doing really well, running third and going for second as we have a caution out on the track. Don't know who's that spinning. It looks like it's Gabe Gazzola and AJ Knickel who have found themselves wrecking. So Gabe Gazzola, another incident for that 18. So we will go check out that replay. Here we go, Gabe to the outside of AJ Knickel. And yeah, Gabe got to his outside. And wow, the 47 up in the air a little bit. Falliger dodges. I think Rivers Jones got a piece. That 42 or that 47 almost flipped over like Carl Long a few years or many years ago. Yeah, Gabe got to his outside. I don't think the 47 really expected it. And around they both went. Multiple cars down pit road. Ethan was one of them. Dylan Bam will now inherit the race lead. The new leader, that number 2 of Dylan Bam, Jurgensmeyer, Lopez, Walls, Bingham, and I think Jones all stayed out as well. Trying to get that track position. We're only 16 laps in and most of them have been under caution, so don't think the tires are really that worn, but we're 1 to go to green. AJ Knickel trying to come out quickly before going a lap down. As Duncan Fall decides to pit here. So we go now. Ethan Fonseca, he's in traffic. Back to 8th. Lost the position on pit road to Dahari. Actually, no, he's going to be 7th, so he didn't lose any positions. It's just the leaderboard kind of messing up. So yeah, these drivers, a few of them have pitted, but some of them have not. As the pace car will be coming down pit road this time by. Coming on to lap number 18, it's going to be Dylan Bam with Jonathan Jurgensmeyer on the front row. And green flag back in the air here at Rockingham. As Jurg got a pretty big push there. 3 wide, Nick Bingham. 4 wide now. As that 93 just getting shuffled out quickly here, almost causing a wreck. He was ping-ponging between a few cars there. As up front, Jurg closing back in on the back bumper of Dylan Bam. Michael Walls there in third. Lopez getting shuffled way up high. He loses 2 positions to Rivers Jones and Ethan Fonseca. Now here comes Dahari underneath Michael Walls for that 3rd spot. And Ethan going for 5th on Rivers Jones. Micah's going to hold on. As Jurg has a nice run on Dylan Bam looking underneath. Dahari got to Micah's outside and looking for 3rd. Now he's looking for 2nd on... Oh, we got a wreck. Donald Stern with Nicholas Bingham. No, that's Zach Saunders. My bad. As the 88 is all torn up. He's just going to tow it to pit road. Saunders with heavy damage as well. You might have a little bit of a meatball. We'll go back and see what happened. I think it was the 88 of Donald Stern who spun first. As way up the racetrack he went. And just, yep, hits the wall and then comes down right in front of Saunders. And a big hit for both of them. I think CD Mangrum also got a piece, but the engine, you heard it, blew on this 88. See if CD, I think he might have got out with just a net code. Zach Saunders, he also took a pretty big hit into that inside wall. So our 4th caution of the night. We're not even 100 laps left in this thing. So that'll be our first and possibly 2nd DNF of the race. Donald Stern will be finishing 20th. Zach Saunders maybe 19th. As he's going to be fixing a lot of damage on pit lane. As looks like we're going to be 1 to go this time by, so we'll be restarting with 100 laps to go to finish this one out. See if they can keep it green this time. As majority of our laps have been under caution, I believe. So here we go. It's going to be Dylan Bam with Jonathan Jurgensmeyer. That 36 looked pretty quick as he was to the outside of Jurg before that caution came out to try to take 2nd away. So we'll see how quickly he can make his way. Maybe try to pass these 2. As the pace car's in, we're back underway here at Rockingham. Another great restart by Dylan Bam. Jurg not so much. As Dahari underneath him trying to take that 2nd spot away. Off the corner, he's got a nice run down the back straightaway, and he will clear that 00. Now he sets his sights on that 2 of Dylan Bam. Rivers Jones with a move underneath Michael Walls. That's for 4th. Ethan just right there as well. Now Ethan goes high on Rivers Jones. Trying to take that 5th place away, and way up the racetrack Ethan goes, as here comes Gabriel Dahari going for the race lead, and he's going to take it away from Dylan Bam here on lap number 26. Side by side for many positions behind him. Michael Walls underneath Jonathan Jerkensmeyer. Ethan trying to pass Rivers Jones still, and here comes Ethan down below. Going 3 wide, thought about 3 wide, backed out. Mike is going to clear the 0-0 for that 3rd spot. Where will that 29 of Ethan go? As they're almost 3 wide once again. Ethan down low underneath Michael Walls now. He's going to slide up, almost make contact with that 48. But to his inside he goes, trying to take that 3rd spot away. As the top 2 have pulled away about a second from that 29. But he's going to take it. Ethan Fonseca now up to 3rd. We'll see if he can close in on these leaders. As Rivers Jones going for that top 5 spot on Jonathan Jergensmeyer. As I think Jerg might be falling back a little bit. Well, he is, but I wonder if his tires are just worn out. It's back up front. Dylan Bam. He hasn't lost sight of Gabriel Dahari yet after getting past. Ethan slowly closing in on these guys. So right now, Dahari, your biggest mover, 10 spots gain. Your biggest loser is the 9 of CD Mangrum with 10 spots lost. So he's been caught in a few wrecks already today. As here comes Dylan Bam, going to try to sit it in on that inside lane. This is going to help that 29 pull in a little bit. But Dahari with the run off the corner. Bam got a bit loose. And now Dahari pulling away from Dylan Bam. And now Ethan closing in on the back bumper of that number 2. Slowly catching up to Dylan Bam as Bam is kind of falling off a little bit. So you see the sun very bright over the racetrack right now. As Ethan down low, trying to get underneath that too. Couldn't quite get there. So we're coming to 90 laps to go. Take a look at a few other battles. Here we go. Battle for 5th. Luke Allen trying to pass Rivers Jones. And he'll take that top 5 away. Back up front, Dylan Bam is slowly reeling in this 36. Oh, now he's in the wall. So that's going to lose him a lot of momentum. Ethan looking to his outside. Bam's going to try to block it. Thinks otherwise. Ethan's still up there. But Bam's going to get the run off the corner. To go back up and high and block. As into the wall, Dylan Bam goes. Still into the wall. That's going to allow Ethan to pass. There's one car into the wall back here. That's Rivers Jones making contact with Jared Wilson. Now Brody Falliker on the outside of Jared Wilson. Dahari has about a second lead. As we had a crash in the back with Dylan Raw, but no caution. As he's about to go a lap down. And Saunders looks like he did DNF from this race, so that's 2 DNFs. Or at least they're just sitting on pit road. Now that 16 could cause lap traffic for some of these drivers in the back. As Dylan Bam, he's coming down pit road. Hit the wall a few too many times, might have broke something. And he's going to fall a few laps down if he doesn't get a caution quick here. But it's Gabriel Dahari who has about a 8/10 lead over Ethan Fonseca. And Ethan's just on an island by himself. And then you go all the way back here to Michael Walls, who has Luke Allen on his back bumper. Jared Wilson, Brody Falker not too far behind either. Dylan Rob has come down pit road now. Bam. I think Bam might have just left the race. So that'll be our third DNF. Gotta feel bad for that 2 team. Of course, he has a win this season, but at Montreal, but every other race this season has just been nothing but bad luck. As Ethan Fonseca, he's slowly closing in on Gabriel Dahari for that lead. To go into lap 41. Brody Falker has passed Michael Walls to get into that top 5. As Walls slowly falling back a little bit here. As Jared Wilson has made his way up to 3rd. That 29 of Ethan just trying different lines. Now down low, way down low. 36 of Gabriel Dahari going to get the run off the corner. We'll see where Ethan goes here. Looks like he's going to run the outside lane with Dahari. And he's having a bit of blinking issues now. But still hanging tough right behind Dahari. And now that we have a green flag run, I wonder how long the fuel window is. It's been a little while since some of these drivers have pitted. As Nicholas Bingham, he's down pit road. Not sure why. Yeah, we'll check the stint links that you see 27-27 for these two. Actually, for the whole top 4. 21 laps for Falliker, 34 laps for Micah. That's why he's slowly falling off. As here comes Ethan on the back bumper of Dahari. And now sitting it way down low underneath Gabriel Dahari. We'll see who has the better run off the corner. It should be that 36 realistically. But I think Ethan might have had a good exit too. Setting into 1 and 2. Ethan trying to make that pass work on Dahari. And out of the corner. Gets a bit loose. But he can send it into turn 3 here to try to take that lead. He's not going to though. He's going to try to get the better exit. Still side by side for this race lead. This is helping that 3 of Jared kind of pull in a little bit. But he's still about 2.5 seconds back. As Dahari into the wall makes contact with the 29. They both hold on to it. Ethan might be able to get clear here. Maybe not. Dahari is still fighting back on that outside lane. And still side by side for this race lead. Now Dahari has a nice run off the corner. Very sideways coming off the corner. He might be able to clear Ethan here. Maybe not. It's out of turn 4. Still neck and neck for this race lead. Dahari's going to get the run though. As he's just not letting that 29 pass. And into the wall once again. He comes down and he gets clipped by the 29. Around goes Gabriel Dahari. No caution as he spins to the inside. And somehow he missed the inside wall. Yeah, just pushing it a little too hard and clipped the wall, got loose and spun across the nose of the 29. We'll take a look back at what happened there. Cameron Lopez actually came down pit road while all that was happening. You see, he did it a few laps ago, but this time it's going to cost him. Into the wall he goes and loose. Down into the 29. Somehow misses the inside wall, though. So his race can still continue. But he's fallen all the way back to 10th after that little 360. So I don't think the damage on the 29 is going to be too bad. But we'll see. As Dylan Robb and Nicholas Bingham, they have both left the race as well. So 5 DNFs. That leaves 15 cars and 14 on the lead lap. As Jared Wilson, he's found his way up into second. About a second and a half back from Ethan. We'll probably be having pit stops very soon here. I'm not sure if I go to Michael and pull this up, will it show him? No, it won't. Well, it actually does. So 43 laps in for Micah, 51 for Jerry. That I don't think that's right, but maybe it is. He might have not pitted yet this race. He's currently up into 7th. It's 53 laps complete. Right now, all eyes on that 29 who was out front. Jared Wilson right now in second, slowly creeping in on that 29. So like I said, he practiced a lot for a Truck Series league we did a few weeks ago. So he knows how to run this track. And as you see, he's running right up against that wall. Brody Falliger back here, currently sitting in third, as Lopez goes around him. Lopez is 3 laps down. Luke Allen sitting in 4th, Duncan Fall 5th. Rounds out your top 5. That's a nice run for this 76 of Duncan Fall. Haven't talked much about him. This season. We might have some lap traffic come into play here soon. It's AJ Knickel and Billy Targi and CD Mangrum all in threat of going a lap down here very soon. As Jared Wilson, he's almost closed into about a second. So as I'm getting report, this race could get called early, a few laps early, because of course you see the sun is setting, but this track does not have lights. So these drivers will not be able to see on the track. So I'm not sure what we're doing with the time of day, but yeah, the sun is setting, so nightfall is going to be upon us very soon. Very, very interesting circumstances. So we're not going to complete all 123 laps. So I'm pretty sure that's the reason. And that's exactly the reason. Jared Wilson, though, he's climbed his way into the wall. He's climbed his way into the wall. But he's still almost half a second away from Ethan. So that 3 is looking very quick right now. You might have to calm it down a little bit. Almost hit the wall there again. As Ethan's got some lap traffic, that's AJ Knickel, who got into that earlier wreck, almost flipped over. As he's just going to easily go around his inside. It's not really been the best of seasons for the league owner. There's Jared Wilson. He's back here. He's got the 5 who's got way fresher tires battling him right now. He's also got AJ Knickel running his line. As that just lost him a whole half second there. And he's back to a 1.2. Now 1.3 behind Ethan Fonseca. We'll see. I'm pretty sure we'll still see one more green flag pit stop left this race. As there's Billy Targi into the wall. He's going to go a lap down now. So the lead grew to about a second and a half. We only got 12 cars on the lead lap, soon to be 11 as CD Mangrum in threat of going a lap down. It's Targi back up into the wall. So as the lead calmed down a little bit, it looks like Duncan Faw I think he might have gotten around Luke Allen. Yeah, he was running 5th, so he did get around Luke Allen for that 4th spot. As we have pit stops, here they come. Michael Walls, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, and Gabe Gazzola. Jurg making his first stop tonight. And this is probably their final stops before we end this thing. They're going to try a little bit of an undercut here. So you see Gabriel Dehari passing Rivers Jones, trying to pass Ty Higginbotham. He's open for a caution here. He knows he's got a quick car as Rivers Jones came down pit road that time by. Ethan's still staying on the racetrack as the sun is just barely out. Billy Targi down pit road as well. Let's look at this hot mess right here around Jared Wilson. Oh, Jared gets a tap from behind from Cameron Lopez, and into the wall they both go. As I'm not sure what that was all about. That's going to probably end both of their things. And Jared's not happy. He comes down and takes out the 5. And he's going to pull it down pit road. And that's going to bring out the caution. And that's not what some of these drivers like Michael Wallace, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, Gabe Gazzola, Rivers Jones, that's not what they wanted to see at all. As they're going to be 2 or more laps down. So we'll go back and take a look at what happened. It's Jared Wilson on older tires, Cameron Lopez on fresher tires. You got all these drivers who on fresher tires behind the 3, and Cameron, I guess he just didn't expect the 3 to break so hard there. And into the wall they both go. Almost collected the 0-0 there. And after everything was said and done, Jared just slows down on the racetrack to get some retaliation. Deserved retaliation on that 5, but yeah, that's gonna definitely ruin some of these drivers' races as everybody's down pit road to make their pit stop. I believe Lucky Dog went to CD Mangrum. Everyone else will take a rave around, and then we'll battle for that Lucky Dog. Well, so see, there is a slight chance we might make it all the way, but it's going to be very, very tight. As Duncan Faw has found his way up to 2nd, Luke Allen 3rd, Gabriel Dehari back to 4th, CD Mangrum 5th, and Brody Falliger 6th. Falliger lost a few positions there. So, Walls, Jurgensmeyer, Cazzola, Jones, and Targi will all take a wave around here. It's Jared Wilson, and I think Cameron Lopez will DNF. They're both just sitting on pit road. So we're going to have a 5-car battle for the lucky dog. Just in case we have cautions after cautions. As I don't think we'll be seeing the sun anymore on the racetrack. So we're going to line them back up to go green once again. As all the wave around car is going to go around the leaders. So they're all going to be battling for that lucky dog. As we're going to be seeing a battle for the race lead. We got some new players up here. Duncan Fall, Luke Allen. Currently in this top 3. Of course, Ethan leading us. Then Gabriel Dahari making his way back up here. Brody Falliker there in 5th. And then how about Ty Higginbotham has found his way into 6th. And then CD Mangrum. 7 cars on the lead lap. He's the last one. So about to go back green here. It's going to be Ethan Fonseca leading us once again. Looking for a 3-peat, 3 in a row. One at Charlotte about 3 weeks ago. Then we had a bye week. And then one at Richmond a week ago. Now looking to win here at the Rock as the green flag is back in the air. Ethan with a nice launch. Oh, 3 wide. Gabriel Dahari already looking to the outside of Duncan Faw. Loose. Very loose. Still sideways. Wheeling that thing. And he holds on to it. What a save by that 36. Got into that dirty stuff by the wall. Just these newer tires. Yeah, that was going to send you sideways. Back up front, Duncan Faw still holding on to second. Luke Allen has Brody Falliker all over his back bumper. Maybe not anymore as he pulls the gap over the 42, who gets very loose off the corner. Right now, it's Michael Walls holding on to that lucky dog spot if we were to get a caution. Gabe Gazzola, Jurgensmeyer, Jones right behind him, though. Right now, Ethan with a 3/10 lead over Duncan Faw, as Faw is just running right there in his line. So if we do make it all the way, we still got one more pit stop left in this race. As we have a crash in the back, it's for Gabe Gazzola and that 18, so his 3rd crash of the night, and that'll give the lucky dog to Michael Walls in that 48, unless he's the one who spun this 18. We'll go back and take a look at what happened. So here we go, and it looks like him and AJ Knickel made a little bit of contact again. Yeah, Knickel pushes the 18 up, way up the racetrack. And sends it into the corner and just wipes him out. I'm not sure what that was all about. And then Gabe Gazzola finally loses it. Ty Higginbotham and CD Mangrum, good job missing the spinning 18 there. So I'm not sure if they had earlier contact or not anywhere else on this track. They do have some history in this whole thing, and this whole league, actually. But they have history this season, too. They were racing tight there, and then this is where the problems really start to occur. As AJ's going to slide up the racetrack and force the 18 into the wall. And then sends it into the corner. Gabe actually hits the wall. And the 47 sends him up the track. And then around Gabe Gazzola finally goes. So yeah, a lot to take in there. As I doubt we're going to be able to finish this race now. At least all 123 laps. This track is starting to get very dark, as you see on board with Ethan Fonseca. Still a little bit of light. But no one coming down pit road. They know this race is going to be over very soon here. So something tells me we might only have one more restart left. So there you see that the cars are getting very, very shaded over. Michael Wall's back on lead lap. You know he's very aggressive, so he's going to try his best to pass a lot of these drivers, but visibility is going to be not that great. As we should be coming to the one to go this time by. So far, Ethan has put on a show, but can any of these other drivers pass him? One to go this time by. We're going to have another restart. This track just keeps getting darker and darker. It also just seems very, very quiet besides these engines roaring. And I think everyone in the stands have either left or gone to sleep because I don't hear them anymore. But here we go. No lights, no problem. It's going to be Ethan Fonseca leading us back to the green flag with Duncan Fall to his outside. More pairs of Chevy Camaros right behind him with Luke Allen and Brody Falker. Another Chevy Camaro of Gabriel Dehari. And then your first Toyota, Ty Hickenbotham in sixth.
Brian, we have news. I don't know if you've seen, but the race has now been shortened to 90 laps.
90 laps? All right. And the green flag's back out here. So we'll have 10 laps to go. Thank you, pretty sure, I think that was, I'm not even sure who that was, but thank you for letting me know. 10 laps to go as we have a caution as Ty Higginbotham has gone around on the back straightaway, and visibility, I can barely even see him. Oh my goodness. That's probably going to end the race right there. So we'll go back to see what happened to Ty Higginbotham. There we go. Duncan Fall didn't get the best of restarts. And Ty trying to make the move stick out of the corner. Just gets loose in front of Duncan Fall and into the inside wall. He goes. Fall also followed him down there. And his engine blows. So Ty Higginbotham will be done for the day. Duncan Fall also hit the inside wall pretty heavily.
Well, we have official confirmation that the race has officially been called as they stand right now after the caution. So the race is officially over.
And that's going to do it. Thank you for letting me know. Visibility just too hard to see right now. So Ethan Fonseca with the 3-peat. He gets back-to-back-to-back wins. Luke Allen second, and then Gabriel Dehari third. And Falliger fourth, Fall fifth, Wall sixth, Mangrum seventh, Jurgensmeyer eighth, Cazzola ninth, and rounding out your top 10, Rivers Jones. And Billy Targi 11th, AJ Knickel 12th, Ty Higginbotham 13th, and rounding out your field with cars still left on track is Cameron Lopez in 13th. Or 14th, my bad. So if you can see it, it doesn't look like he's going to do burnouts. He's just going to peel it down pit road. And he's just going to get pile driven by Michael Walls as, there you see, the lights are gone. Just a quick on board with Gabriel Dahari, and yeah, you can't see what's the grass, you can't see what's the track. You can kind of make out the walls, as he's just going to spin it and wreck it. We'll go down to track side. We'll also jump to, real quickly, we are going to jump to just a previous lap so we don't have to be in complete darkness. There we go. This is just back to practice, and I'm actually going to pause it. Yeah, we'll get down to the interviews, as it was Dahari who finished third. So let me get into the Discord here and wait for them to join the waiting room. So as we wait on them, I can't really pull up the grid results because obviously they're all messed up. I'm not sure why the track guy is talking, but we'll wait, and I guess while we wait on them, we'll bring up we'll see if he wants to. He's waiting in the waiting room. Oh, well, you know what? Here's second place finisher. All right, so Luke, after that chaotic restart, you managed to get second while the lights went out. So, yeah, just a very interesting race altogether. But you had a pretty good race. You put it all together, and coming home second here tonight. How do you feel?
Yeah, I was towards the top most of the race. So I'm cool with that. I was I think I was fifth when that caution happened after that long run. Definitely benefited from that. And I mean, yeah, I was just conservative the whole race. You can't drive hard at Rockingham. You just gotta be conservative. I was saving my tires. And I didn't really save them that well, if I'm honest with you. I was needing the pit right when that caution came out. So yeah, got a little lucky. You need to get lucky sometimes though. I've been pretty consistent this season. Haven't finished up here though, so I'll take it.
Yeah, your first podium this season, and like I said, that restart was chaotic. You said you went from fifth to seventh because of the whole Duncan Fall little. I think Duncan Fall might have had a bad restart, and then Ty Higginbotham went around. But yeah, is there anyone you would like to thank before you head out here?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Rivers for making my paint scheme. It's dope. He's made a few paint schemes for me. Really talented. So I thank him, and I guess I thank AJ for messing up the thing. So we finished a little early, so I got second. Yeah, it happens. So I'll definitely take it.
All right. Well, next week I believe is a road course, our second one of the season at Road America. So yeah, that should be fun, and hopefully the times won't be messed up there. So yeah, I'll see you there. So that was Luke Allen, finishing second tonight. Don't know if we're gonna get anyone else in here. But I guess I'll just show you this real quick. So we'll go to lap number 1 in the race. But here's how it looked. And we'll go live feed, or we'll go live feed and see how Rockingham looks now. As you see, a pretty big difference. As really the only light you can see is that little scoring tower back there, I believe. So yeah, that might be the only interview we're gonna get, as no one else is really waiting in the waiting room. So I guess that's gonna do it for him here. So let me just get all the go over the sponsors real quick. We'll go back to like a different lap, so we're not in complete darkness. Just pause it right here. So as we wrap up today's racing broadcast, we express our gratitude to our sponsors, our dedicated viewers, and everyone involved in making the Auto Racing Connected event possible. Thank you to Dive Bomb Motorsports, ARC's primary partner. Dive Bomb is a collaborative new media project by motorsports fans for motorsports fans. Thank you to SimLeaguePro.com, ARC's league management partner. SimLeague Pro is built for drivers and community managers to create leagues and races that can be enjoyed by all on any platform or game. To SimRap Market, iRacing's largest marketplace for professional level livery design, template, custom graphics designs, number sets, and more for the sim racing community. To IMB Racewear, ARC Sim Racing Apparel sponsor. IMB brings sim racing gloves, boots, and more, all truly built from the ground up with the quality and precision you deserve. To the Racing Rats, our Assetto Corsa modding partners, putting out high quality free mods and working closely with us to host incredible Assetto Corsa League racing. And finally, to James McAdam Photography and AJ Knickel Design, our photography and design and graphic design partners. See if anyone else is in the waiting room. Doesn't look like it, so that's going to wrap things up. Next week, we head to our second road course of the season at Road America, and it should be a good one there. So yeah, I'll see you.